Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hooks, Lines, and Hip Hop. I'm Hakeem.
If you're gonna do the intro, you better make it look sexy.
I'm beautiful. Thank you guys.
Hi, it's Jacob, Jalen, and Hakeem here.
What up?
What's up?
Is there any relevant news?
Not really. Shout out to Drake. I don't know. He's probably doing something good.
Probably counting his Pepsi and water and Sprite. You heard about that?
Nope.
His house got broke into, and it said one of the OVO crew walked into a bedroom and saw her sitting in a Drake sweatshirt. All she stole was she drank one Pepsi, a Sprite, and a Fiji water. And he pressed charges and said that he wanted felony burglary.
His sex is so good, she tried to fuck for free.
Ooh. Fire.
No.
That's what happened.
Go watch J.Cole's documentary for your
Yeah, that came
out.
out. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. It's on HBO
good.
now, though.
It's really good. You got some new music in there.
Excuse me for that.
That was the nice beer crack. This time it wasn't me. I'm on that coffee cleanse today. I drank some Douce this weekend, guys. I drank a bottle and I ended up puking for an hour. But I mean, after that it was good.
How much did that cost?
That was like $31 just down the toilet.
Do you have to buy that through Tidal, exclusively through Tidal?
Title
They
stores.
gave me in Jay-Z. They gave me Blueprint 1 through 3, and then just the bottle of Douce.
Oh wow,
It's pretty good. Anyway,
that's some news. Jay-Z pulled all of his music from Spotify and Apple.
He had pulled it from Apple for a while
to promote Tidal.
Good for him.
Why?
He has his own platform. He should do that. That's
They should have
a smart
sold
move.
that shit when Tim Cook offered him the money.
How much did he offer him?
I don't remember.
Not enough.
No,
Not
it
enough.
was plenty.
Not enough.
Surely they can see.
Jay-Z's a proud man.
Oh, Lil Wayne threw up the rock symbol recently, saying that it was on stage. Lil Wayne is leaned out and smoked out like every time he's on stage, though. So I can never really believe anything he says. I'm always just like, he's like, it's the rock, and then it's like, no, Lil Wayne, Young Money, Cash Money. He's like, fuck.
No, I really think he signed the rock.
I think he signed the title somehow. I think he's gonna start dropping exclusively on title, or maybe his management. You know, Jay-Z's got like so much.
They have to know at Tidal that people are only getting the trials just to listen to the hot album. Then when they're done with it, they cancel.
I've even stopped doing that. I'm just waiting for it.
This comes out on Apple.
Because like Rihanna tried it, Kanye tried it, and it all came out on Spotify, Apple Music.
Kanye really screwed over Tidal people because they all thought they were gonna get to hear The Life of Pablo only on there, and then it came out through Apple, but he tweaked the album a little bit and said, "Well, that's not the one that's on Tidal."
The only thing that makes Tidal,
even though it's pretty much the same album,
set apart from the others, the whole high quality and low quality, it makes no difference.
it doesn't. Did you try the
I tried
$25
both.
trial?
I tried both because I did the trial when I did Life of Pablo, and then I tried the trial when I did
Most Def?
Yeah, the Most Def album. Oh, but they were the same to me. I didn't notice any huge difference.
I think
the playlists are better on Tidal. I will say that.
I agree with that. I think Tidal curates their playlist better than any streaming service. Honestly, Apple's playlists are but they have they got the good artists on there at least.
Well, this is some news that is relevant to the album we're reviewing today. Kendrick has a interview with Zane Lowe coming out on Friday. It has not been confirmed whether it's going to be live or pre-recorded. So a lot of people that are really believing in that second album theory, they still have a little foothold.
His Kendrick's producer came out and said that he pretty much said the second album's not coming out. And he said people were dumbasses for thinking that was
To
true.
be the devil's advocate for the people who are like hardcore for this, that's exactly what they would want to say.
I don't want two Kendrick albums. I can see why Future would put out two albums in a week because his music takes 5 minutes to make. As long as there's like, it's not a shot at Future. I love Future. Everybody knows I love my ignorant shit. But a Kendrick album, damn, I've been playing it 5 days straight and I still don't.
You get something every time you.
Yeah, I don't have a
listen to it
full
again.
grasp of the album yet, and I mean better than the first day for sure, but still it's growing on me, and I like listening to certain artists more than once. So.
I would have liked to. I thought the theory and the idea was cool for a second album, but I figured that he wasn't going to do it on Sunday because Kendrick's one to not want to take away from the meaning of Easter. I mean, I could see if. I mean, everybody knows I love Kanye, but I would not I would not put it past Kanye to pull some shit like that.
Kanye changed Easter to Jesus Day.
Exactly.
Kanye Rose.
Kanye Rose.
Yeah.
Kanye.
So, all right. Well, if you haven't gleaned from our conversation, we're going to be reviewing Damn. Period.
We are reviewing Damn.
Is it Damn or Damn? Period.
Damn.
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 That's an exclamation mark. It's just Damn.
Damn.
No.
Actually,
yeah,
honestly, with his face, it's more like a damn. I actually have on a white T-shirt because we're reviewing.
17.5. Same color T-shirt.
Thank you. Thank you for that one. Ah. Mama.
You just mentioned Migos on a Kendrick Lamar.
Of course we did.
Migos are relevant in any conversation.
They
Migos are for the kids.
It's for the kids, for the culture.
Yep.
But let's jump right into this. What did you guys think of that first track? I didn't really know what to make of it.
I was not expecting that, and it made me jump.
Yeah.
Whenever your life.
when she
I was like,
dies.
oh shit.
To reference some more ignorant rappers, did y'all see Lil Yachty's commentary? Oh, it was hilarious. If I can find a video, it got pulled down for a little while because it kept getting reposted, and I don't know if his people were claiming it as his ownership.
Right.
But he was like doing a commentary, like Kendrick was like, "I saw a woman today," and he's like, "What she look like, Kendrick?" It is hilarious. But yeah, it was very odd.
Who was the blind woman supposed to be? Does anybody know?
Nah.
Is that like a Bible thing?
No, I mean,
Blind woman to come shoot Jesus with a gat.
I saw a blind woman.
the only time I can think of a
looked like
blind
she was
woman,
looking for
I'm
something.
pretty sure that was the story where she touches Jesus, and
I
she's
thought it
like,
was the dude that got healed after Jesus rubbed his spit on him.
"That's true too." I don't know. I'm going to try to stick away from. I don't think that everything he said on here has a biblical.
I don't think
religious
so
reference.
either. I don't think so either. But he's really like harping on a few just key things,
Yeah.
and religion is definitely one of them. The second track, DNA, is a banger.
Fire.
Yeah.
And then it's also sad. It's a banger, but it's sad. He talks about how he's got royalty, he's got all this positive stuff, and then he brings up all the negative stereotypes as well. And I thought that was really like wild.
The video for that came out today,
So
and he's
cool.
coming with the visuals.
Came yesterday, but it's still wild.
Possesses. I didn't even know Don Cheadle. I'm assuming Don Cheadle's a fan of him, a fan of Kendrick's. I don't.
I'm assuming that check must
He
have been
just
nice
he
too.
just
He
got
got
that
the
check.
Interscope money.
You got that check.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I got loyalty. Man, that's a good song. I just want to jump to it right now.
I was not expecting him to possess Don Cheadle in the video.
Yeah.
No. I thought it would just start off with a minute and then it would just switch to a normal music video.
What did Jalen say? What did DNA stand for? Did you see the music video?
He said,
I can
Dead
whisper it to you.
Dead Niggas Association. Was
Something
that
like
it?
that.
That was
You said
so
it with the
funny.
hard R first.
No, I'm not saying with the hard R because that threw me off when I watched it. But when I heard that, I said he just said that he fully said okay.
And then he kills him at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kills him at the end.
My favorite part is when they start like going back and forth at each other.
Yeah, that was cool. Don Cheadle.
Did you
Kendrick.
like Yeah?
Oh, my favorite song on the album.
Really?
By
What?
far.
I
By far.
It's
Yeah,
my least
yeah.
favorite, but I don't mean to say
Yeah.
that it was bad. I just that was the lead.
I mean, if it's your least favorite in a Kendrick album, that's like saying, that's just comparing greatness to greatness.
And he calls out that Fox News anchor by name.
Yeah.
And he used the sound clip
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the interview on the previous song on DNA before it starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was that the beginning of Element?
It was at the
Beginning of Element, right?
it was at the beginning of DNA.
Okay, so it was the beginning of DNA, and that was a big deal because they were using Kendrick's name just to kind of discredit him, saying that his performance was bad for black people.
Yeah.
Which
Because it alludes to it somewhere else. I cannot remember the exact song, but
They're talking about
that.
one of them. They're talking about how hip hop did more damage for black people than racism.
right.
Yeah,
which-
in recent years, and I was like, what?
Which I could see that if they're talking about like 21 Savage or a person
Really,
that
though?
promotes violence in their music, where Kendrick does not.
But do you honestly think like the people that are going out there and doing violent acts are doing it because 21 Savage said that?
No, but you know there's somebody that if 21 Savage told them to go kill a grandma, you bet they'll be strapped pulling on Broomhilda.
I mean, maybe 24 Savage would, and then 35 Savage most definitely is going out there with a chopper. But I mean,
I just
36 through 55, they're good.
I'm not giving Fox News any credit. I'm just saying that it wasn't even relatable because Kendrick has portrayed a positive message almost throughout his career.
I think
The entire song of All Right is about empowering black people. It's not empowering black people to go kill somebody. It's empowering black people to get through their
it was. I mean, it
hardships.
was the sound. It was the music for the marches and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not like...
And I told you that I saw some. It was like some like we all seen on Twitter, like the Black Excellence crowd on Twitter.
Yes.
Are like gravitating to this album.
Shea Butter Twitter is what DJ Academics calls it.
Okay, that's hilarious. Anyway, they're all like grasping to this as if Kendrick says in the album that he's tired of being called black.
He said, "I'm an
No,
Israelite."
he said he's an Israelite. I'm not black no more. That ain't. That's only a color. It ain't factual.
Right. In like his whole career, he's been talking about how ethnicity doesn't matter in his opinion. I mean, Section 80, he has a song called "Fuck Your Ethnicity."
I think the difference between this album and To Pimp a Butterfly is To Pimp a Butterfly was more so about helping out a community, making anthems, making music for a revolution. Oh shit!
Damn.
Pardon me, listeners.
Was that North Korea?
I think the nukes are going on.
Well, that's Drake clapping back at Kendrick.
Sorry about that, guys. But I think To Pimp a Butterfly was much more of a conceptual album. Good Kid, Mad City is a concept. This album is much more personal to Kendrick. This album is basically him saying, despite the fact that I make music for a people, for a youth, for an ethnicity, I'm fucked up here. That's what I think he was saying on Damn.
Nobody praying for me.
And the whole he's an Israelite now. The concept of black Israelites. I don't know if you guys have heard anything.
I haven't done
about
much research into it.
The idea behind black Israelites is black people were the original Israelites, and the fact that they've strayed away from God, they're being punished because of it. And that's kind of
the whole
the concept.
Carl Duckworth is a.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
But that's what I find odd is him bringing this up. I don't know if he personally believes it himself or if he's just addressing it, because he doesn't really make it out to be
right
that he necessarily believes everything about it, but he is very religious. That's why I keep bringing up the religious aspect, because does he feel like he's being punished for straying away from God? Even in the voicemails, he has a cousin talking to him when he brings up Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure he's going to, because these are questions that everybody's going to ask him. I'm sure that he'll address this, because the difference between J. Cole and Kendrick.
If Zane Lowe's doing the interview, he's just gonna suck his dick for 40 minutes. I don't have time for that.
He's gonna do other interviews.
Oh, Kendrick, you are amazing. Have I ever told you how much I loved Good Kid, Mad City?
Kung Fu Kenny.
Kung Fu Kenny. Oh boy, what a classic album.
You ever heard of Gigs?
I can't stand Zane Lowe.
But the difference between Kendrick and J. Cole as of late. Kendrick's going to do interviews
and J. Cole is going to be crying in a suburb with
J. Cole did. He dropped the album and said, I'm going back to North Carolina.
Because that album was weak.
No, the album was fire.
Are you listening to it? When was the last time you put it on?
Today. I listened to it today.
He listened to it.
Okay, he's a stan.
He's just...
I'm asking the wrong person. When's the last time you put that album
on? More than 3 weeks ago.
Anyways, J. Cole...
I've heard singles on the radio. Does that count?
Yes.
I enjoyed it when it dropped. But I think this was also a problem with Kendrick. When their albums come out, they're great. Except, for you, Jalen, you're completely excluded from this because you'll play J. Cole farting for like 4 hours and you'll just be like, whoa, bars. But I think sometimes with Kendrick and with J. Cole, and even maybe with Earl, especially on the last album, the albums have concepts and they sound good as a whole, but you can't necessarily go back and say, oh, I want to hear that song.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Which you can do on 2014 Forest Hill Drive, I'll say. I think you could do that more so, but still, most of the time you have to be in the mood to hear the whole album.
Yeah.
But Kendrick will answer these questions, I'm sure, because he will do interviews. I'm sure he'll do an interview with Sway. I don't see why
somebody besides Zane Lowe interviews him, then we'll get answers. If not, Zane Lowe's going to be telling him he's God's gift to Green Earth. If he goes to Hot 97, it's going to be the same thing. I'm not saying Kendrick's not great. I just think he's still developing as an artist, and people have a tendency to buy into hype too quickly. But
all right, well, let's move on to Element.
Let's do that. Oh, great song.
Make it look sexy.
Another one of the...
Element. I hope they put that on the radio.
When I first listened to it all the way through, Element stuck out to me from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the entire tone of it, it was just awesome.
I think there are several songs in here where Kendrick says, hey, remember me? I'm the artist that put out Swimming Pools and dominated the charts for a summer.
Oh, yeah.
He can still make radio music, Like
Loyalty's going to be on the radio.
I don't want to skip ahead,
Loyalty's
but
gonna be on
Love, there's no. It's no coincidence that is meant to sound like a Weekend and Party Next Door flow and sound, is it not?
I could see that. I could definitely see that. I think Loyalty will be on the radio in about 2 days. Yeah.
Yes.
Rihanna, honestly, I like Rihanna on that song too.
So did I. I was more excited for
complaints.
I told one of you
The
that I was
YouTube
more
one?
excited for the U2 feature than I was the
too.
Rihanna feature. But
What'd you think about it after you heard it though?
Loyalty?
No, the YouTube feature.
I liked it.
Did
Yeah,
you?
I did.
Because I
You
figured
like it?
when I heard it, it was just going to be like a small hook. I didn't think they were going to have like a influential part where they were going to have a
Obama
verse.
still sounds good, man. I'm very surprised. I'm not a huge YouTube fan, but
I'm not either.
I was
Especially when
interested.
Apple tried to like force it down our throats
Yeah.
with downloading that album.
That's a good album. Wasn't
Okay.
bad. I listened to a few songs off.
Okay. Did Feel really stick out to you?
Feel.
I'm trying to look at the lyrics.
I wanna pull up the track list real quick.
Here it goes.
Oh, there we go. Pull up copyright.
Sorry, Kendrick.
Feel a little bit. Hang on, we're gonna play it. You're gonna hear it again. Let me see.
I mean, he goes again at the end. He has the motif
Yes.
of "Ain't nobody praying
I'm
for
sorry.
me."
Yes, Feel did, and I think Feel again was
Oh,
that's
yeah,
his most
the-
personal song on the album.
The line about Pac stuck out to me. Feeling
Oh.
like Pac, because Tupac came out and basically said the same thing Kendrick was saying before he died.
And did you hear about the part where he says he's gonna like disappear and go to Cuba?
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
that
it's-
whole
oh,
conspiracy. He's trying. I
He
admire Kendrick.
He plays up to the Tupac thing a lot.
I
Because,
admire
mean, it's just-
Kendrick for doing that because he does it real subliminally.
Yeah.
You know, like
I mean-
just call me the GOAT.
Well, and he didn't do like Joey Badass did and come out and say, "I think at this point in my career, I'm better than Tupac."
Joey Badass's album. We're gonna review that one too, but
And,
let me tell you something. That one is
I really like that.
utter fire. I love that.
No,
album.
and Feel, when he starts going, he says, niggas, bitches, honkies, crackers, Compton, church, religion, token, blacks, and bondage. Like, he's just going.
Yeah.
I was like,
And
trying to
And
keep up.
we've talked about this before about like midline rhyme, and that's one of the most difficult elements of rap.
Yeah.
And there's only a few people that do it well:
Doom
Kendrick,
was one of them.
Common, Doom, Earl, Eminem. I mean, you
Yeah.
have to. You have to have the concept in your head when you write. I mean, Future can scribble down some bars that are going to sound good on the radio.
You think he scribbles? You think he actually takes the time to scribble?
No, he checks his email and says, "This looks good. Somebody sent me this."
He looks in his drug cabinet and goes, "That
No,
one."
he doesn't do
yeah.
that
He
many drugs.
goes, yeah.
That's
Anyway.
Uzi. Yes, Feel I think was his most
It was a good one.
Interesting.
his most introspective, his most personal song. This album sounds a bit schizophrenic sometimes.
Maybe he's schizophrenic.
No, I really think that Kendrick is like asking for like help. Like,
Yes.
and not like in a, I really want people to, come to me and talk to me about my feelings, but saying like, not all of us are perfect. He has this burden that it seems like he wants to be the savior.
I think sometimes too, good people put a lot of pressure on them more so than shitty people.
Yeah.
Sometimes people who are doing really well still don't feel like they're up to par. Because imagine somebody in Kendrick's position who has probably a lot of family who looks to him, who has record labels pulling at him, Top Dog telling him when the album coming, Isaiah Rashad telling him, "Hey, can I start sounding like you a little bit more?" A lot of other things. He's got a lot on his plate, and also it doesn't help that everybody tells him he's top 5 of all time.
Yeah.
Even though I think it's a bit
He's 1
soon.
through 5, Mr. 1 through 5.
He's Mr. 1 through 5. And technically, yes, I can see that. He has the proficiency to be top 5, but he needs that album that's going to be on heavy rotation. You know what I mean? I'm sure you can go back. I think Good Kid, Mad City has a bit more replay value than To Pimp a Butterfly, to be honest.
I was talking about it with you and then a guy at work today. I couldn't rate the 4 albums.
You couldn't? I
No, I mean,
I'd put this one first.
well,
I
Section
really
80 would
do.
be last, but lyrically, he hasn't really. I mean, he's always been a good lyricist. But the reason I would put Section 80 last is because the production wasn't there.
Right.
Top Dog
The
Entertainment
budget
was
wasn't
not
there either.
as big as it is now.
And it was a free mixtape before
Yeah.
it was put on iTunes. Let's not forget
Yeah.
that. But also, I think this brings up an interesting thing. Jalen and I just said this would be first
Yeah.
out of his albums.
I really do think this
I
would be
would-
first. I like it because it's not a concept album. It's not something I have to listen to and go, okay, I know what he's talking about. Let me listen to what he's talking about.
The thing that I don't know how I'd put Good Kid, Mad City or To Pimp a Butterfly over the other. Like, I like them both, but I like the music better in To Pimp a Butterfly.
I would say
because I'm more of a fan of the jazz sounds than.
I'd put Good
I
Kid,
liked
Mad
his
City
electric
first.
I liked his electric sound on this one. That added to the schizophrenia and the fact that he's like playing shit backwards.
Sounds angry.
He sounds angry.
Almost every song at least once.
Angry, either angry or just depressed.
Yeah. Well, I told you before we started.
Yeah, he sounds fucked up on you.
I told you on Pride that would you have been shocked to hear a Childish Gambino feature in the sound of "Awaken My Love"? Not.
I feel like Gambino after he dropped that.
What? Made the beat them.
I said not the Casey Anthony, Childish Gambino.
Not the Casey Anthony, Childish Gambino.
What's the next song? Loyalty.
We have to talk about that again. I mean, it's kind of dumb. I mean, that's kind of. I mean, I don't want to say he made it as a radio song, but I think
it is. It's going to be on radio.
But he's pointing to these people like, look, I can still make a radio song and sound just like you.
But I like the whole thing about the Ferrari not starting. Yeah. And are you still? He's still asking questions. That's what I mean. Like, people are going to be in the club dancing to this song, and he's asking the fucking question, "Are you going to stay by my side?"
What's sad is half the people there won't.
That's what I mean. That's what's funny about this album is people are playing this, and if they're not listening, fuck, this is hard. But when you listen, you're like, can somebody help this man?
Yeah.
Like that's what I felt the entire. I was listening to it on the way here, and even the sound bits he uses and the voicemails, they're speaking either about the previous track or the next one. Yeah. I'm like, man, there's just so much just buried in this.
Well, see, I knew that the songs were going to reference to each other because just reading the track list, I knew there was going to be a lot of paradox because you have Pride and Humble, Lust and Love.
Mm-hmm. And I liked how the production was completely opposite. And Humble, it's like boom. Yeah. And then in Pride, it's very soft.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So, what did anything really stick out to you about Pride? I mean, to me, it just reinforces Humble. I mean,
in a way, yeah, I could see that. Honestly, the big tracks that stuck out.
And you, and me, and you.
I think one of the biggest tracks that stuck out to me was God. I love that track. That. I love that track. I'm gonna mute this.
Laughing to the bank, like
Fear is my favorite track on the entire album.
Fear is?
Yes.
Why?
Because he goes through the 3 stages of fear. Mm-hmm. When he's 7, 17, and 27. Yeah. At 7, his biggest fear is his parents.
I don't want to cut you off, but 7 that's a lot of people believe that's like the God number.
Yeah, the 7 days.
Yeah. And then he does that. He does 7 years old. Kendrick, scared of his mom or scared of parents. You know, the whole fear. When you're 7 years old, your biggest fear is your parents getting on to you. 17, as a young black male, one of your biggest fears is I'm going to die because I'm just walking from someone's house to someone else's house. And then 27, as Kendrick, he goes back to, he was 27 years old, so he was scared of losing it all. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was the coolest song, in my opinion, was Fear. And then the whole, his cousin, Carl.
Yep.
With the voicemail and stuff.
Absolutely.
That was really cool.
Because
when I first listened to it, he's like, I beat your ass. I was like, what is he? And now when I listened to it the second time, I was like, I can picture a little kid being
I told you, like I said, it's you listen to an album completely different if you will take the hour and sit down and read through it while you're listening.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the human brain can pick up words, but it's like working in double time when you're reading it and hearing it.
And that's what I mean. That's why if you're not willing to sit down and read it, listen to this album. You might have to listen to it 5 or 6 times because your brain is maybe you heard the voicemail, but I didn't process what he was actually saying.
Right, because what are most of us doing when we listen to music?
Driving,
doing something else besides listening to the music.
Exactly. That's why I don't think he needs to put out a second album because there's so much to digest here.
Well, you even said a longer track, to reinforce if the theory was true. He put out a 6 minute song.
Yeah, something like that. I said that would be sufficient enough to satisfy these rumors and stuff, and also not ruin the whole album. Right. It'd be he could just put out a bonus track.
Yeah,
this
DNA. The DNA that was used in the music video is different than the one on the.
It's extended.
Yeah, it is.
And gentleman was telling me he was reading an article about the album. Kendrick made the album to be listened to on vinyl.
I hope when this comes out, When?
I'll have to find the article. But I already saw it. The vinyl itself is going to be red.
Oh, ASAP picking that up. Just because I do want to really... There are certain albums that I just put on.
And he said that article mentioned that the physical copies have some different lyrics than the...
Like different words here and there, you know.
Now,
so I'm going to pick
like
one
of the
every
examples
copy.
was...
If Kanye did that, everybody would be like, oh, that cock's just doing it to sell more albums. But when Kendrick does it, he's an artist.
Well, when Kendrick is saying something, he's telling me about something in society. When Kanye does it, he's talking about fucking a bitch in a mink, not getting semen in the sink, you know, just certain things like that, you know. But I mean...
That's how you speak on his name, you know.
It could be a bit of a money grab, but... That's fine with me. I'm still gonna get it on vinyl because
I get
what I want.
I don't listen to CDs anymore.
We're too hipster for that.
So, Humble. I know we talked about that in a previous podcast.
I don't care about that song.
What the fuck?
I don't care about it.
Why?
Humble is awesome.
It's a good song, but
sit down.
be
humble, bitch.
I don't care about the song. Not in that it's a bad song, but it came out as a single. And I got the message, and then in the concept of the album, I didn't think it really enhanced it.
I'm not the artist, but I think the better play would have been to put Loyalty out because that is a pop song. Because Humble plays into the message of the song before it Pride,
right? Where
he could have left that song to be a surprise. Because if you're scrolling through there, like the Rihanna fans played Loyalty first, you know they did.
Mm-hmm. I played Loyalty first.
So I'd have been hyped as hell if I got to Humble and I was like,
shit, sit down. I mean, it's a good song. It's just not. Honestly, I didn't listen to it much when
Drake
it was a
fans
single.
say that Humble.
It's
Drake
okay.
Drake and Big Sean.
I mean, I'm listening to
the video was cool.
Madiba Rhythm, and I'm listening to Kiss on My Teeth. I'm not really playing Humble.
I mean, more life, man. I've got more life than to listen to Humble. That's what it is.
No more life.
No. Oh, I'm still playing. I'm still playing More Life.
I listened to that too today.
I made a playlist of 4 songs off that album, and that's all I listened to.
Stop that. Hey, we're gonna go through a track. Hang on. We're gonna talk about this off the podcast. Is there? Shut up. Pull up. What are your 5 tracks that you're gonna be playing heavy?
Shit, that's hard.
I got you.
Right.
Fear, Element, DNA, Love, and Duckworth. Just because Duckworth, the
we should touch on that. That story is wild.
Awesome.
That was a wild.
Well, you asked me like, you think that's true? I don't know why I wouldn't put it in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like when I listened to it the first time, after listening to the whole album, by the time I got to the last track, I'm listening, and I was like, okay, it's over. And I was like, okay, I like it. And then I went to again and again, and I'm like, hold on, there's a. Oh shit!
Imagine the mind fuck for the people in Compton, that a guy that worked at that restaurant.
I know.
And listen to this, be like,
I was there.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
That would be crazy. It was a great track. Also,
yeah, my favorite part when he's talking about that entire situation is talking about give two strangers, put them in random predicaments and give them souls. Like the fact he had to put in that, he said to give them souls, like give them the choice of right or wrong, not just put them here on the earth and just whatever. Like it's more talking of the whole religion thing too.
This album has soul. When I hear it, I think there's a lot that he's saying, and I think there's a lot of substance. And this is my favorite Kendrick.
Okay. Well, to touch on that, I mean, what you said about right and wrong, people that aren't religious still have morals, and everyone has. I mean,
they're not as well defined though. I'm not saying people who aren't religious can't have morals, but somehow when you have religion, you need something that grounds you, whether it's religion or not. You still need to be grounded, or else you're gonna fall for it.
And then you have the backside of that, which is bigotry. People that are so ingrained in their beliefs,
that
their religious beliefs, that their morals are so twisted, and people on the outside looking at it like, how can you believe that? That's wrong.
It's like Kanye.
Everyone. I mean, despite everybody that says like with mental illness, I don't know or claim to know a lot about mental illness, but the majority of people have a sense of right and wrong.
Yeah,
at least somewhat.
Absolutely.
Even if it's not killing somebody because they gave you free biscuits.
What?
That's what he talks about in Duckworth. He's like, he gave him free biscuits and free chicken, and he said, I ain't gonna kill you, nigga. We good to go.
All right, go ahead with your top five.
My top 5. Wait, what were yours again? Same real quick.
Fear, Duckworth, Love,
Loyalty.
DNA and Element.
DNA and Element. Okay.
No, I didn't put Loyalty. Loyalty's close, but
DNA, yeah, Element, Loyalty, and probably XXX.
Yes.
Those are my 5.
All right. XXX is mine. One of mine. Humble, Element, DNA. Is that 4?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pass
Humble,
mine.
DNA, Element.
All right. And I would go with Duckworth just because of the story.
Duckworth. Very good album. I give it a 8.5.
Ooh.
I give it a 9.5.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a 9.
9.
Yeah.
I give it a 9.5 because I seriously, I mean, I've listened to it since it came out. That's what I've listened to mostly, and I don't feel like I'm just overkilling it.
It will be. I think what will help me raise the score is once the hype dies down. Unfortunately, it's like music goes so quick. I wanna really be able to digest this album a month from now when a lot less people are talking about it.
The way I rate an album is how many times like I'm listening and I think, what the fuck is he saying? Why would he say that? Like, we're gonna review Joey Badass in the future, but there was a line on there, and the only one thing in my head stuck out, but like, why would he say that? Which that album was easy because I was reading along. It wasn't as introspective as this. Like this, my number will probably grow on this. It will probably be like a high 9.
Yeah.
When I'm complete, like I finally have a grasp on this album.
But
there's some albums you can listen to the first time, read through it, and like I told you, the album was out for like 12 hours, and I text you what my rating was.
Yeah.
And I know Jay-Z hates that, reviewing an album in a day, but
exactly. And again, right now, I'm giving it an 8.5, not because it's not a good album. I love a lot of songs on here, and I like every song on here. The only song I'm indifferent to, I won't skip it if it comes on, but I'm not rushing to it, is Humble. Because again, it didn't add anything to me in the whole concept of the album, but it's still a good song.
No.
So
yeah, like there's not a bad song here. Like I told you, Y'all would be my last favorite or my least favorite, but it's not bad.
That's crazy to me. That was, I think you can ask, my girlfriend hated me for this because on Easter Sunday I played that song about 5 times in the car with her. She made me go to church, so I mean she had to play it 5 times. Sure.
If you like it, you like it.
No.
Remember when Carter 4 came out, how many times I listened to Mega Man? It was like 128 times in like 4 weeks.
Absolutely. Do you have your hidden hit?
Yes. It's not really, I mean, it is hidden because most people aren't like super fans of Logic.
Right.
But one of the signees to Visionary Music Group, which is his imprint off of Def Jam, Big Lenbo he was on the Young Jesus track. He put out a song called Stupid.
Yes.
And Logic tweeted this, or Visionary Music tweeted this, said if you're a fan of raw hip hop, check this out. And it is. I told Jalen we were listening to it before this started. I said he sounds like a Wu-Tang rapper. Like if Wu-Tang was still like, I mean they're still around, but if they were still prevalent, he could slip right in and not make any change to the group at all.
If he were in like the 90s, I think he would be looked at as one of the better.
Part of it is he doesn't do. I mean
he's not full time like
no,
me.
he doesn't. He has the potential to be great, but I don't think that's where his like Action Bronson. Action Bronson could be huge if he tried, but he's got other stuff going on.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Jalen? You got a song that you're bumping heavy? Even just pull out an old J.Cole song.
An old J.Cole song?
I mean, go ahead. You know his whole
Okay.
discography.
This is sort of throwback and hidden hit. Go to the warm up, guys. Listen to all of it. All right. First off, listen to all of it. But a track off of there is "Can I Live." It's got a deep message with it, just talking about the struggle of being black in America before Trump's America. It's even worse now.
It's Trumerica.
Yeah, it's Trumerica.
Oh shit, that's actually a thing. Oh
no,
I'm pretty sure
it just works well.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
Trumerica.
United States of Trumerica.
And to the Republic for Donald Trump's toupee. One spray tan under God, indivisible, with alternative facts for all. Anyway,
and fuck fake news.
And fuck fake news. My hidden hit is, I think I've said this one before, but I don't really give a shit. Is Keep Dealing with Beanie Siegel and PushaT. I don't care. That's just a hot track. Please go listen to it. Beanie Siegel just sounds like a mean dude, and I love that track. But I think we're gonna end it here, guys.
You got a throwback?
Oh, do I have a throwback?
I have a throwback.
Do you have a throwback?
Oh,
throw that back, son. Tell me what you.
I was listening. Hold on, you go. Go ahead.
I don't have one. You tell me.
You don't have one.
Ooh, I do have one. In the complete opposite direction of lyrical, you guys should definitely check out. Oh my God, no! I think I've used that one before.
Okay, well while you're looking,
Go ahead.
On and On, Erykah Badu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got your soul on.
Yeah, heard that in the truck today on the way to work, or while delivering a catering at work.
Okay, I have one. This is from 2015. Qualifies.
Yes.
Inanimate Sensation by Death Grips.
Okay.
Little something aggressive. Definitely read the lyrics for that one if you're going to give it a shot. But just a great song. A little gritty. What about you, John?
I'll have a throwback.
Give us one.
He doesn't
Give us
listen
another
to
J. Cole song.
Another
The only
J. Cole song?
The only old hip hop Jen listens to is Nas.
Oh, what's the non song you like?
In New
Go
York
ahead.
State of Mind.
Oh my God! Go
That's
with
a
the
cop-out.
mainstream.
That's a
Go with
No. That's fire. You can't beat that
All right,
song.
fine. New York State of Mind is yours.
Hell yeah.
All right, good. All right, well that's it, guys.
I'm sorry. Chris Rock said that Rick Ross is a better MC than Nas. So
Oh, that's right, and he doesn't lie.
pick an old
Chris
Rick Ross song because he's a better.
Aston Martin music.
No, hustling.
Hustle.
Every day I'm hustling. Like, if your song can make a Cat Williams stand up, you've won life. All right.
Or some crackheads by the name of LMFAO make a remix about your song.
Who?
You never heard of them? I know you've heard of them.
You gotta be joking, right?
I know you've heard of them.
Yeah, I've heard of. I like to forget that they were ever
That's
in the music
like
scape.
a notch below That's a notch below Trumerica.
That's honestly.
That's how much crisis that caused. Crises, chaos.
So many just thongs in that music video. I never want to see that again. Too much dangling.
Did you use that word?
Dangling. That's how we're gonna end it. You guys use that word for the week. Dangling.
Dang-a-lang.
Mm.
Say it. You gotta say it.
Donk in the South.
Donk.
Yeehaw. Hold on. Speaking of country, did you guys see the?
Oh no.
What was it was like a spoof out the Kendrick CD with this old man, and it was like Darnation or something.
Yeah.
And it
It
had
says
like the
Darn.
tracks were like incest,
Niggers.
It was all the
Niggers part 2.
I think the XXX was like KKK. It was so funny, like making fun of like Southern white culture.
Yes.
I have not seen that, but
It's pretty funny.
I'm not surprised.
We
The
love
internet's
white
a
people.
terrible place.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
I love white people.
You gotta
I'm
say
white,
that.
and
You
I
gotta say
hate
that.
white
You gotta say that in Trumerica.
No.
Why are you
America, dude.
America.
I can't
Don't
say
mess
it.
it up. Do you know the Pledge of Allegiance?
I don't know it yet.
Don't worry, it's all over Trump Towers.
We have one and a half white people here, and we hate white people.
We don't hate white people. We love you guys. I'm sure you guys are lovely people. Just don't be a dick. I don't like dicks. Oh God.
You don't like dangalings.
Pause.
You don't like dangalings.
I don't like dangalings. Anyways, I think we're just rambling at this point. God bless you guys. God bless Trumerica.
Stop.